Here is exactly how I made $79,266.18 last month Shopify dropshipping. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so I'll be breaking down exactly how I made $79,266.18 dollars on Shopify last month, at least in March. So I'll be breaking down the strategy that I used to make that amount of money and really everything you guys need to know. And this strategy pretty much still works today because that's still what we're using today to bring in revenue. So you guys could definitely utilize this to even bring in revenue for the same product, which I'll be showing you guys. Actually, I'll be showing exactly what the product is. But yeah, so let's just jump into it. Let's break up the first point, which is this rule was based around only one product, and I'm pretty sure I shared the product, but if you don't know, it was a teeth whitening pen, which is the same product that we've based a 7-day challenge around, and that's the only product that basically brought in all the revenue. And the thing about this product was it was not really trending until recently, until December-ish time, when people started posting a lot on social media. I believe a few big influencers, personalities were actually using this item, and then suddenly there was like a big spike in December. So ideally that was probably the best time to get in, or actually the best time to get in would be around the beginning of November, because that's when you could really capitalize on that big trend over there. But we didn't really get in until March. So if this March trend over here got us nearly 100,000 in revenue in 1 month, then if you started selling in December, you would have easily done over 200,000 in revenue, because so many more people were looking for the item or interested in buying it back then. But still, the thing about this item was that it was really popular on Instagram. You could easily get viral videos or videos to go super viral on influencer pages. We were mostly using video pages, or I was using viral video pages to bring in all the traffic. And that's what really pushed the item to achieve that much in revenue. But another great factor was that this item was like an evergreen item in a sense. So it's not like one of those trends that kind of lasted like a week and then they died out the next week. If I was to give you an example, the burrito blanket, which is like a product that started trending about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. You may have not seen it, but some stores did nearly like 30,000 a day in revenue just from that product. But the issue is that product only lasted like less than a week, to be honest with you. So they didn't really pull in that much in revenue. I mean, of course, 30k a day was pretty good, but it wasn't nothing consistent that you could build a store on and like leave a store up for a long time and consistently get revenue. But the thing about this teeth whitening pen was that it was consistently bringing in revenue throughout the whole month, and actually throughout this month as well, which is fantastic. And I don't think that this trend will really die out anytime soon. Maybe it will just slowly start to plateau, but it won't be a significant drop, which is like something really good, which is not, you don't really find products that have this kind of consistency too often, especially on Instagram. Most items kind of, if you guys think back to last year, the moon lamp was more of a consistent product something like this. But again, that one also died out in a couple of months. Something that died out really quickly, and I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but it was like these cable trumpers, these cable protectors that you put on the end of your phones. They lasted pretty much a week, just like that burrito blanket, and they died out quick. But stuff like this, the moon lamp, they last some more time before they actually die out. So you can still be making revenue off this item at the moment. Yeah, that's one of the great advantages that we had when we found this item. And the strategy that we used to bring in the revenue was basically the viral method I was teaching in the 7-day challenge, which is basically finding pages on Instagram that go super viral. So pages that get like 100,000 views on each and every single one of their videos. And then you just contact them and they give you like $10, $15 promos. And then you stack like hundreds of them a day. And you end up, I think our top day in this store was, I think it was like 6,314. Yeah, so I think on this day we stacked like 150 posts or something like that, which is why we got that much in revenue. And we also wanted to finish the month on a high, but we were just using the viral method, and that's a really effective method for this product, because the duration that people watch the video for, which was like a really kind of clickbaity or really interesting ad to watch. People just wanted to watch that ad for a long time, and then Instagram promoted the video to more and more people, and slowly it started hitting the explore, and literally just hundreds of thousands of people would see the video, and that's what helped it do so good. So yeah, another great thing was the ad was like pretty good. Not rarely do you ever get an video ad that does this good, but for this product the ad was super interesting to say the least, and that made so many people convert. Another thing about this store is that we did miss out on a ton of revenue just because of the fact I was using just the Instagram viral method. If I had planned it out a bit more, I would have probably worked with some more meme pages or some personal brands and stuff like that to really maximize the revenue I did this month. And if I were looking back at it now, if I properly planned stuff out, and if I had set like a team up to run promos every single day, because my time was pretty much limited, then I would have easily done like 5k a day consistently. But I wasn't planned to that level yet, so I guess that's just something I have to take into consideration for next time a good trend comes around like this. Then I have everything properly set up to do 5k a day consistently. So yeah, I did miss out on a ton of revenue. If I probably would have done at least 200,000 if I was more consistent when it came to stacking promos and stuff like that. I only probably built up a team for the store like halfway through the month, which is one of the reasons why like the second half of the month did better than the first half. But yeah, I guess you just live and learn. Another thing about the store was like on some days like Instagram completely crashed. I think on this day, 955, we ran no ads whatsoever on that day. Instagram was like down on March the 5th, or maybe it was one of the other days. But yeah, Instagram and Facebook was down for a whole day, so that also lost us a couple K in revenue. Actually, another really interesting thing about the store was actually hacked, and we didn't really know until like halfway through the month. So I have no idea how this is possible, and maybe if you work at Facebook or Instagram, you can explain to me how we can get hacked. But essentially, when you click the link in our Instagram bio to visit the product page, it was linking to someone else's store. So I go in contact with the store owner, and I was super pissed at him because he'd hacked their website, and I have no idea how that's possible. You click our link, but you went to his store. And I reset the whole Shopify dashboard, and I got angry with his helpline because all the traffic was going to his store. And then he messaged me and he was like, oh man, I hired some dodgy Indian agency to bring in traffic, and I was wondering how it's getting so many sales. And I have no idea what I'm meant to say about that, because I'm not sure how dodgy Indian agencies are meant to hack your Instagram to somehow redirect links. I can't even explain it properly. But for some reason, this guy stole a good maybe 2-3k off our revenue just from hacking our Instagram. Well, I don't even know if it's hacking our Instagram. Literally, I've got a video. I'm not going to show the video because then you'll get the store name, which hopefully I've blurred out here. But as soon as you visited our website, like you typed in our link, it went to his store, and he was selling the same product as us. So anyway, we caught him, and he apologized and stuff, and he's actually one of my students now. So if you're watching, hi. But yeah, that was annoying. But what can I say? I've never had that happen to me before. If you guys know how that's even possible, tell me so I can like prevent that from happening. But apparently this Indian agency like disappeared off freelancer.com, so we can't find them anymore. But that's one of the most annoying things. But I guess we just have to deal with that. But let's continue with this. So we did miss out on a ton of revenue. Yeah, we should have done 200,000 if I was probably planned this out, but we didn't. So I guess I just live and learn from that. But yeah, so if you guys do find like a product that's doing super good, just literally spend all your time figuring out how you can properly scale it or maintain revenue, because you don't want to wait to the end of the trend or say, oh, I'll work on it tomorrow, because the trend might start dying out and you miss out on all the revenue. So I definitely missed out last month, so I guess I have to learn from that. But yeah, next thing is that we had quite a few affiliates, and I'll break this into more depth a bit later. If we go to apps on this store and then go to affiliately, which was how we were bringing in affiliates, then you can see that we did like a couple K in revenue just from affiliates, and we paid them like a 50% commission. So as you can see, we have 148 affiliates, and let's just blah blah blah. Let's bring it to March. Let's bring it here. Just gonna show. Yeah, so they brought in about 600 in revenue. I think we only started the affiliate program at the beginning of this month, and it did a couple K this month. But yeah, it still brought in a decent amount, $606 in revenue. I'll break inside of a different video how exactly we got 148 affiliates, and these are all Instagram affiliate influencers, with like a couple 100,000 followers or 10,000 followers, which is pretty good. So they've earned this much in unpaid earnings, which I probably have to pay on Friday. But yeah, that's another thing that we use. We utilized affiliates, and affiliates are really powerful because you only really pay for the money that they bring in. So it's basically free traffic. So even if you're paying like a 70% commission, hopefully your margins can afford that, and your product cost should really be like 20% or maybe 30% of your total revenue. So you should be able to afford above 50, 60, 70% commissions. And then just take as, even if you're making a little bit, it's basically free money. So if you like have no budget and you just want to bring in sales to your Shopify store quick, I just recommend you guys find some affiliates that can promote your stuff, give them a good margin, and they'll just consistently promote your stuff and bring you in, a decent amount of revenue. But let's move on to the next point. Next thing is we built up around 100,000 Instagram followers in that month, over the course of the last 2 months, this month and last month, which was pretty cool because now we have like a ton of reputability on our Instagram page. I know on my old Instagram page for my old source, I didn't really focus too much on posting and setting everything up properly, but on this one I had a partner who was really good on Instagram, or at least setting up the bio, the profile and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons why we got to 100,000 followers. If you guys don't have your Instagram page properly set up, then people won't tend to follow you. Like if your feed doesn't look clean, or your bio isn't right, or you haven't got like story highlights or stories going on every 24 hours, then less people would tend to follow you. So I recommend that you guys set that up properly, because with these 100,000 followers, we could easily sell them stuff every day when we post new products or the same products over again, which is super cool. And that's also like a really big retargeting audience that we can use inside of Facebook ads. But yeah, another thing about Facebook ads is we didn't actually end up running any for the store. It was just Instagram traffic, because Facebook ended up disapproving every single retargeting ad that we did set up. I think I had like 2 ad accounts banned, and one of the campaigns, the remarketing campaign did pretty good for like a week. I brought in like 30 purchases, but then I think Facebook banned that account because the ad was like too sensitive to teeth, or too related to people using their teeth, and Facebook don't like that. So I guess it's some of these products you can't run ads for on Facebook. I'm sure there is a way around it, maybe not actually showing them using the product, but like just holding it or something. But I still haven't exactly figured that out. So I did miss out a ton in terms of retargeting. I guess in terms of retargeting, we could have pulled in at least at least an extra 20,000 in revenue from people who added to cart and didn't check out. And as you can see, that's a ton of people, because we had a significant drop from reach checkout to actually converted, or added to cart to reach checkout actually. But I guess that's just one of those things. Probably have to work on that, to be honest. But yeah, just Instagram traffic there. So next thing was our conversion rate is absolutely rubbish. I mean, if you go back to the 7-day challenge, you can remember that the conversion rate on that store was, I think it was 0.21% or something like that. So that was pretty rubbish, but this one's also pretty rubbish. On good stores, you find the Instagram traffic converts to like 3%. But I believe a big factor for that is because if you look down here, loads of our revenue traffic came from India. Germany converted pretty well, to be honest, but India, like, pretty much no one bought from there. I think from the 15,000 visits, we probably got like maybe 15 orders from India. So Brazil, that one didn't also convert too good. I think we did get more purchases than India, but still. If it was just United States traffic, then this number would probably be near 3%. But again, 1.17% isn't good enough. I'm probably going to be building out my own Shopify theme, like a really high converting Shopify theme, and then share it with you guys so you guys can utilize that theme to well, bring in more revenue by increasing your conversion rate. This month we did increase our conversion rate by about like 0.4%, so it's now like 1.5%. I'll break down in another video how exactly we did that, but it was a pretty unique strategy, or something new I haven't done before that I learned from someone else, and I'm pretty sure it will help you guys whether you're running Facebook ads or Instagram ads, with that being said. But yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Let's just close this. Conversion rate rubbish. We're still working on it. It's getting better, but still, yeah. I guess if the conversion rate was about 3%, we literally would have done 3 times more revenue than this. I'm sure branded stores, like properly branded stores, like High Smile Teeth, who are one of the top stores selling this item, like who have their logo and private labeling, all that stuff. They probably have like a good maybe 3%. I'm not too sure, maybe 2-3% conversion rate, just because they're properly branded. So we could have got to there, but we're not at that level yet. So we just missed out on like double that amount of revenue really because of conversion rate. Next thing was we got a cheaper AliExpress listing because we were pushing so much revenue. We just negotiated with the supplier to give us a cheaper cost per unit, which was good. I think we dropped the cost to like right now you'll find it on AliExpress for about $4.20. That's what most dropshippers are getting it at. And the listing on AliExpress, when we first checked on the 7-day challenge, the main listing had like 9,000 orders. At the moment, it has like 29,000 orders. So it just shows how heavily that was being dropshipped. But I think we're getting it for about $3.20, including e-packet shipping, which is like $1 cheaper than everyone else on AliExpress, which is always a good competitive advantage to have. And this is just something you can easily just reach out to your AliExpress supplier. They normally only agree to you if you're doing like a good amount of revenue. They agree to decrease the price. So if you're selling like over maybe 20-30 units a day, just reach out to them, ask them for a better price on your item, and they will definitely give you a better price. But let's move on to the next trend. Next thing is we actually, like, this is one of the first times I probably had my back-end system set up. What I mean by that is I had email marketing professionally done, and I'm not sure if you know this guy, but I'm pretty sure you've seen him on someone like Hayden Bowles' channel. He's been on there. He's also in Hayden's course, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he runs an agency, and we basically hired him to set up our backend. And if you set up your backend properly, you can easily bring in over 15 to 30% extra revenue on top of what you were doing normally. So if you normally bring in 10,000 a day in revenue, then it would increase to 12,000 if you have your email set up, your abandoned cart to win back campaigns, and all that type of stuff. So that's why we knew that if we could even capture 10% extra revenue of this amount from setting up emails, then it would definitely be worth it to get it set up. So this month we didn't have any emails. We didn't even have abandoned cart set up properly, which was like a big blow because we definitely missed out on a ton of revenue there. But at least we have it set up now, and it takes a bit of time to optimize, but I should bring in extra 15% at least in revenue if you properly set up your backend emails and sequence, which just shows the true power of email marketing, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, what was the last thing? And the last thing was we are planning to buy inventory for this item. So like I said, I forgot where this was. Google Trends, fairly consistent. So we're planning that this store will sustain its revenue, or grow, or at least sustain its revenue. So last month we sold about some nearly 3,000 units, probably more than 3,000 units of the item, and we ordered 3,000 units for this item, and we're just going to we got it private labeled. We decreased the price to around $3.20. We got a logo on the pens, and that gives us like a unique USP, a unique selling point, just because no one else really has branded that item other than like High Smile Teeth, which I've shared with you guys. They're like one of the top people selling the teeth whitening area. But yeah, so having our logo on it will definitely increase our conversion rate as well. It probably increases brand reputability because people like to buy from a brand that they if someone's invested money just to put their logo on an item, then people are more likely to trust that brand rather than like a normal dropshipping store just selling the teeth whitening pen normally, or like from the normal AliExpress listing, normal images and stuff like that. So that's why buying inventory was actually quite a good move for us. We're still waiting on it to arrive, but yeah, buying inventory it's just a thing that you can do to separate yourself from the competition. And if you have found a product that's doing super well from you, and you want to like look into building your store into more of a long-term one and branding your store properly, then I would recommend you guys also buy inventory because it will definitely give you like that unique advantage. But in terms of the future of this store, I guess on Instagram, the product is still doing kind of good for us, bringing in a couple K in revenue. Obviously, there are traffic sources, other traffic sources like Twitter or like more meme pages on Instagram, or actually personal brands, personalities on Instagram that you can send the product to or do collaborations with to easily do 2-3 times, maybe even bring this store into a 7-figure store. But yeah, so that's basically what the future of this store is. Personal brand collaborations are pretty big because I'm not sure if you guys know High Smell, but they're pretty big on Instagram in terms of getting other influencers to shout them out. They run ads quite a lot with people like Conor McGregor and other big influencers. You see all these people just using their products. They pay influencers, small and big, just to use their products, and that's what gives them like a unique advantage, because people who follow these influencers, so whoever follows whoever this is, they tend to trust this person more than they trust normal meme pages or normal video pages or videos you find on the Explore page. And they trust the person more because they're using the item, and they're more likely to buy from it or convert from the ad just because of that connection the brand, the personality has with its followers. So High Smart Teeth are doing this in a unique way because they're just 3.3 million views. So literally they paid this person, Georgie, whoever this person is, no idea. She has 10.6 million followers. So she probably charged, I would say, maybe 20,000, more than 20,000 for a post, to say the least. And they got 3 million views on an ad of her just using the item. And 3 million views, that probably brought in a ton of revenue for them, to say the least. Definitely more than the 20 or maybe 50,000 that they paid for the post. So that's probably the future that we're looking for the store, collaborating with personal brands. But I guess we'll see on how this goes. I'll keep you guys updated on how this store does go. But as far as you guys are concerned, I guess March we did 79,266 and 18 cents in revenue. But yeah, so I hope I did break that down to you guys in depth or properly. I will create a few more videos going in depth on each one of these things so you understand it more. The main thing was basically Instagram viral traffic method, which I broke into depth on day 3 or 4 of the 7-day challenge. So go back to that challenge if you want to know the exact strategy that I used to get this much in revenue. But on the other topics, I'll make a few more videos about them a bit soon. But yeah, guys, I hope that did make sense to you. If you have any questions, then drop them down in the comment section down below. I'll get back to you real soon, or DM me on Instagram at alexphilip_1. I'm probably pretty smaller in the corner now, so you won't see the Instagram handle. But let's see if we can put it up there somewhere. Put it up there. alexphilip_1. Subscribe to my channel because you don't want to miss any awesome content like this. Drop a like down below, because if you drop a like, then YouTube will do over 80k in revenue this month. I'm just joking, but people who take action, they can still easily drive so much revenue for this product. So you guys should be super lucky that I'm actually sharing all this stuff with you, because you could definitely drive a ton of money from this product as well. But yeah, drop a like down below, and I guess we'll see you in the next one.